My name is Jermaine Messim and I'm happy to be in your company.
Jermaine, all right.
Today is Independence Day
Oh, wow.
in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
No, you good.
We traveled 41 long years as an independent country, and the Lord had sustained us.
Yes.
And I'm happy to be in your company today.
Thank you.
The Bahamas is a very unique country. It is unique in the fact that the Bahamas is an archipelago of about 700 islands and over 2,000 limestone rocks and keys spread over 5,400 square miles. That's in terms of landmass. If you bring all the 700 islands together, in terms of landmass, we're about 5,400 square miles. But actually the country is spread over 100,000 square miles, geographically speaking, from the far northern island, which is Bimini, to the far southern island, which is Anagua. We have three branches of government. We have the executive branch, consisting of our cabinet. This building over here to my left is the cabinet office, which is known as the Churchill building. We have the legislative branch, consisting of these two buildings here to my right, consisting of our parliament and our senate, and we have the judiciary. Those are the three different branches of government we have in the Bahamas. To my far right, we have our parliament, where we have 38 members of parliament who were elected from over 38 constituencies. They meet in this very same building here to my right to discuss laws and pass policies governing the country. The building in the middle is our Senate building. The Senate is the upper house, the Parliament is the lower house. There is the statue of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria inherited the throne of England at the age of 18 years old in the year of 1837. And one of her very first acts as Queen was the signing of the abolition to abolish slavery in the British Empire. Queen Victoria signed the Emancipation Proclamation abolishing slavery on August the 12th, 1838. The area to my left is what we call Rawson Square. Rawson Square was named in honor of our 1850s governor. Well, 1860s governor, his name was Rawson. In the middle of Rawson Square, there is a statue of Christopher Columbus. The statue was imported from England to the... well, actually, that's a statue of our first royal governor. His name is Governor Samuel Butler. Not first royal governor, but first Bahamian governor. Governor is what I want to say. Bahamian governor. When the Bahamas obtained its independence from the British, July the 10th, 1973, Samuel Butler was appointed Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Okay? And he became the first Bahamian Governor General in an independent Bahamas. The building to my left is known as the Churchill building, named in honor of former Prime Minister of England, Sir Vincent Churchill. Okay? The Churchill building was renovated and expanded on the side of a few older buildings and was renamed the Churchill building. On the third floor of the Churchill building housed the Cabinet Office of the Bahamas. The Cabinet is the executive branch of government here in the Bahamas. And so we have three different branches of government. We have the executive branch consisting of the Cabinet, the legislative branch consisting of our two houses of parliament, and the judiciary. In the Bahamas, we have two major political parties. We have the center-left Progressive Liberal Party and the center-right Free National Movement. We have had third parties forming throughout our history, but were never able to win a general elections. Okay? The leader of the government, or the Prime Minister, his name is the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie. Mr. Christie was returned as Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas upon attaining independence from the British. The Bahamas became an independent country July the 10th, 1973. Okay? Alright. We are a peaceful country. We're not a very big, rich, and powerful country. The general population of the Bahamas is about 356,000 people. Out of that figure, we have 60% of that figure who lives, works, and resides right here on this island. This being one of the most developed islands, and it's also the capital city in the entire country. We also have the Princess Margaret Hospital here to my left, which is indeed the oldest healthcare institution in the country, originally known as the Bahamas General Hospital. The Princess Margaret opened up its doors as far back as 1806 to provide public health to the general public. Princess Margaret Hospital wasn't always this size, but after many years of renovations and expansions, this is the current Princess Margaret Hospital today. Okay? Yes, sir. The Princess Margaret Hospital. At the Princess Margaret Hospital, we just recently expanded. We added a new critical care block. The critical care block at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hello? Hello? Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. You got
I
to
apologize.
answer your call. No, don't please.
Yeah,
don't.
I just wanted to make sure there's no
No
emergency.
emergency. This is true.
Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you.
This is very true.
Now, you're gonna see all the shades of these type of trees throughout our travel. Before you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
All right.
This tree is known as the Royal Poinciana tree.
Royal
With the
Poinciana.
beautiful orange flowers there
Yeah.
to my right. You're gonna find that as we traverse along throughout the island, you're gonna find many shades of those throughout the islands. So I'm gonna tell you before you ask me.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
We're gonna take a left onto East Street. Okay? To my right, we have the police headquarters. This is where the Commissioner of Police has his office. The name of the current Commissioner of Police, his name is Mr. Ellison Greenslade. The Commissioner of Police is responsible for policing throughout the entire country. All right? Oh, yes. We're going to also take a left onto Prison Lane. This used to be our first prison as well. This building was built in 1900. Okay? We're going to take a left onto Prison Lane. Okay. Oh, yes. But the Bahamas is a very nice place to live. Extremely nice place to live. We live a good quality of life and standard of living. Okay, we're going to be taking you to one of our historical forts of the island. This fort was built in anticipation of a French invasion. It was believed by King George III, Napoleon of France, is going to come here and capture away the colony away from the British. The British built this fort as well as two other existing forts in the event of a conflict with the French. And we're going to be going to this historical fort. Now, let's agree now. Once the tour of the fort is complete, you walk right here where this gentleman is sitting here on in the wheelchair. We'll meet right here. All right? And Philip is going to explain the history of the Queen's Staircase.
Yes.
And so, go in this fort, you enjoy yourself. The gentleman will explain the history of the fort. Once the history of the fort is complete, you walk right here, and we will, Philip will explain the history of the Queen's Staircase. Now, to my left, we have this water tower here. This water tower was built in 1928 as a water storage for this section of the island. The water tower stands at some 216 feet above sea level, thereby making it the highest point of elevation on the island. This fort, built like an old paddle wheel steamer, was built to protect the western entrance of the harbor, designed like an old ship. The British designed the fort to look like a ship so that they can fool oncoming enemies. To make them think when they approach the harbor, they can actually think this is a ship rather than a fort. Also, it took 600 slaves who were brought in from West Africa who work a tiring 18 hours a day with hammers and chisels, chiseling out this entire fort area out of a big mass of rock. You know, they did not know labor unions, no coffee break at that time. So they worked tirelessly throughout the day. Okay? Now, once the tour of the fort is complete, we will meet on top of the Queen's Staircase where I will await you. If nobody steal you away from me. All right? Thank you very much.
Sure, no one.
Oh, yes. All right.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can get it. I know it. Take it down.
Oh, Grandma Mosey coming out.
Take your time. Good time. I told her she could. Yeah. Down.
That's right. I got all of you on camera. All right.
Okay, yeah,
All right.
fort,
Philip is
folks,
going to explain the history of the fort.
Welcome to the island once again. My name is Philip. Welcome here to what you're looking at. The historical Queen Staircase. And just like you, I don't go down. You ever seen the island? See, I may be lightning struck, but I ain't fooled. Look at it. For a guy on a stunt bike, motorbike, even a skateboard, that's a good ride. In this wheelchair, that's suicide. You go down as passenger and come back as freight. But of course, folks, you are looking at the Queen Staircase and all of this. 90 feet deep, 50 foot wide, some 200 yards in length. This was once all solid rock. It was carved out by slave labor. 600 slaves brought in from West Africa, worked 18 hours a day for 16 years. They hand carved the entire canyon that you see here, mainly to be used as an escape route. In the event that fort to the top was ever attacked and overthrown, the governor, along with his soldiers, would have used this as an escape or an easy getaway. From that fort, they would have gone underground to the bottom of the staircase here, straight out to the Bay Street waterfront, where they would have their ship there fully rigged and ready to sail. It's called the Queen Staircase, folks. Under Queen Victoria's rule, slavery was abolished in 1838. For the kindness she had done the abolishment of slavery, those free slaves residing here, they wanted to do something to say thank you to her. They returned to this canyon and carved out these stairs in honor, thus giving it the name, the Queen Staircase. Each step is said to be a reminder of the years she reigned on the British throne. Victoria, the longest reigning British monarch, she reigned for 64 years. But after carving out those 64 steps, they didn't reach the road level, so they had to carve out 2 more. When the road was paved, 1 was covered. Now you can only count 65. Either that or somebody was mathematically challenged, you know. To your right, there's a man-made artificial waterfall. That, along with a mini straw market, placed here for our first independence. The Bahamas became an independent nation July the 10th, 1973. And happy independence to me. Most definitely. But right now, ain't no waterfall. The colors on our national flag, however, aquamarine, gold, and black, designed, of course, to represent the Bahamas, the strength and unity of its people. Like the aqua at the top of the flag, it represents our skies when there's no bad weather. The lowest in temperature we've ever had, 41 degrees. They made it a national holiday. Everybody came out looking like Eskimos. Yep, we don't do cold. Anything lower than 41 degrees Fahrenheit, we hibernate. The aqua at the bottom, our crystal clear waters that surround these lovely islands. And we have no poisonous snakes. Our sharks are vegetarians. We also have an overpopulated 40,000 and counting native dogs. Yes, we call them pot cakes because that's usually what they eat. The last of the pot, you'd call it the leftovers. We got them all. Bingo, Bonnie, Pretty Boy, Floyd, Chicken George. Everybody's got a dog. My dog's named Lucky. He's just lucky to be my dog. We got them on sale today. Buy 1, get 4 free. Don't let the Midlands for the warm tropics. Unlike your 4 seasons, our 4 seasons are mainly early summer, this summer, late summer, next summer. And the black, of course, represents the strength and unity of our kind, friendly, courteous, generous, hardworking, humble, considerate, peaceful, smart, clever, intelligent, well-loved, well-respected, extremely good-looking, unique, ever-cooking, enterprising, modest, God-fearing people of the Bahamas. I was talking about your drivers. Actually, I was born in Japan, man. I'm just kidding, of course. Personally, I've never been to America. My brother, however, more of the traveling man of our family. He's been all over the U.S. He even won a scholarship to go to Penn State. He said he wound up in your state's penitentiary. I would be turning you over to your drivers. Any questions you like to ask, feel free. I hope you folks enjoyed the lecture. I'll tell you folks have a good day. Enjoy a lovely stay. Please come again. This is a live recording.
Thank you.
Have you folks.
Okay.
Now, the majority of the Bahamian people, obviously you can tell so far that we are not a very ethnically diverse population of people. I know in America they have all the different ethnic groupings, all the different culture and race and so forth. The ethnic makeup of the country, basically we only have 3 ethnic groupings that make up the population of the country. And obviously you can tell so far based on what you can see, that the majority of the Bahamian people so far that you have seen are of African ancestry.
Yes, this is true.
A lot of the Bahamian people are descendants of former slaves who were brought over here by way of the slave trade many years ago. Okay?
Yeah.
Bahamians of African ancestry accounts for some 85% of the total population of people in this country. 85%. We also have one of the largest minority grouping, Bahamians who descended from European ancestry who came here between 1648 and 1783 respectively. They form the largest minority grouping of the population, and they account for some, I'd say about 12% of the population. Abaco is the third largest inhabited island in the country, and Abaco is about 50% white. Okay? We also have one segment of our population that are descended from Greek laborers who came here to help develop the sponging industry in the early 19th centuries. Although they only make up 1% of the population, they have been able to successfully maintain a discrete Greek Bahamian culture. A lot of the restaurants that you see downtown Nassau are run by Greek Bahamians.
All right.
We have quite a number of Greek restaurants downtown. Okay? All right. And so we're not a very diverse population, although I've seen a lot of Chinese coming in these days. Everywhere I look, there is another Chinese.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say.
I know we have it in America too.
We're going to be taking a left onto Shirley Street. Shirley Street is the second main street. Okay? This was named in honor of our 1760s governor. His name is William Shirley, and this is known as Shirley Street. William Shirley would serve as governor between 70 and 40s. And at that time, the actual town area were actually being planned at that time, and as a result of that, this road was named in his honor. Okay? To my left, we have Zion Baptist Church. This church, built by Mr. Joseph Burton of the Baptist Missionary Society of Great Britain, and opened up here for public worship on the 28th day of August, 1835. This church was completely destroyed by a hurricane and rebuilt to a concrete structure shortly thereafter, under the leadership of the Reverend Talbot Sands. It was also expanded quite a number of times under the leadership of Reverend Charles Smith, who succeeded Reverend Sands. We also have this area here to my right. This is known as the Bank Lane area. This is where we have a few of our magistrate courts, including the Supreme Court. All right. We have this area here to my left. This is known as the Victoria Gardens area. This is also where we have a few of our magistrate courts. I want you to take note of this rectangular shaped building here to my right. This is known as the Nassau Public Library. This building was built in 1793 to serve as our first prison, actually. We outgrew this very quickly as a prison, and it was converted to the Nassau Public Library in 1873. If you continue to look to my right, you see that monument to my far right? That monument to my right was erected to commemorate the lives of those Bahamians who lost their life during World War II and I. We had quite a number of Bahamians fighting in both World War I and II, defending the British Crown. Directly behind the monument is the Supreme Court building. The Supreme Court is the highest appellate court. The capital offenses are tried at the Supreme Court. I want you to take note of this building with the red shutters. This is known as the Magna Carta Court building. This was built in 1780 out of cut stone and wood. It served for quite a number of years as one of our local magistrate courts, and now it's being used as a law firm. Yes. We also have the Bahamas Financial Services Center situated in this building here to my right. On this building we have some of our offshore banks. We have JP Morgan, Credit Suisse, Chase Manhattan, to name a few. The Bahamas Financial Services Center opened up in 1992, in May of 1992. We also have Bank of the Bahamas here to my right. Bank of the Bahamas is 60% owned by the government and the people of the Bahamas, and 40% owned by a private entity. Opposite us, we have the Central Bank of the Bahamas, and our central bank is run by a governor. The name of the current governor of the central bank, her name is Miss Wendy Craig. The central bank regulates all the local banking institutions in the country. It also lends assistance to the government financially to build public schools and public buildings. We're going to be taking a left onto Frederick Street. Opposite us, we have the Frederick Street steps. These steps was built to replace the road in 1793. Most of the name of these streets in this area are named after the royal family. We're taking a right onto Princess Street. To my left, we have the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. The cornerstone for this church was laid in 1810. This church was also expanded quite a number of times, primarily between 1837 and 1840. We also have the central bank here to my right. Queen Elizabeth traveled to the Bahamas in 1975 to officially open the central bank here in Nassau. February 25th, 1975. Okay?
Okay.
I was a baby. Then I born in 1974. Yes.
Now, were the slaves allowed to attend
Churches?
that church?
Well, you know, at the time we had blacks. We said the churches were segregated.
Yeah.
We had quite a number of segregated churches and so forth.
Okay.
All right. And so yeah, we was, even though slavery was abolished in 1838, we lived quite a number of years segregated.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to be taking, well, just like how you all have the White House in Washington, D.C., to my left, we have the Government House of the Bahamas. In the front section of Government House, there's the statue of Christopher Columbus. The statue was imported from England to the Bahamas in 1834 to commemorate Christopher Columbus' landfall in the Bahamas in 1492. All right. The British built this house in 1800 for £4,000 to provide housing for the Queen's local representative. Whoever was appointed governor, that individual, along with his family, will get to live in this beautiful edifice. Government House wasn't always this size, but after many years of renovations and expansions, that is the current Government House today. Government House is home to our now newly appointed Governor General, Mistress Margaret Pinley. She just was appointed Governor General yesterday.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
But the Governor General's position is really to represent and to basically represent the Queen and to carry out all of her functions here. Okay, so even though that we are a fully independent country, the Queen still has a constitutional position in the country, and she still remains the figurehead of government. All right?
Yeah.
And she is represented by a governor who's recommended to her on the advice of the Prime Minister. Also to my right, we have the British Hilton Colonial Hotel. This is the oldest existing hotel on the island. This hotel was built in 1900 when it was first constructed. Prior to the construction of this hotel, this used to be our first fort. This used to be known as Fort Nassau, just like the fort we just came from. Okay. This hotel was built by a Mr. Henry Flagler out of South Florida. You ever heard about Flagler Street in South Florida? No. Okay. We also have the U.S. Embassy here to my left. You should be glad to know that the Bahamian government and the American government have a very good relationship with each other at this time.
Very good.
Yes.
Almost opposite side. I'd be blowing me. I'd be jamming up traffic. So bad. Restaurants down there. They go to Pools, Burnham Guys. They go to White Beach.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yes. So I just want to show you, take you more in the inner city areas and explain the different residential areas and so forth that we have. But first I'd like to let you see one of our public beaches.
Please do.
Would that be nice?
Yeah. It would be great, yes.
That's not the new beaches.
Not a nude beach. No.
That's what you got. I keep my clothes on. One time we keep them somewhere and they took us. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
Yep, but this is a very nice country. We're not a very big, rich, and powerful country. We have a very small population of about 356,000 people. We have a defense force, nothing near to what you all have in the United States. Okay, we have a defense force consisting of about 3,500 men who are responsible for protecting the area, space of the country, and to assist the government wherever needs. Okay, And we also have a very vibrant police force. Okay, and the police force always are trying to expand on technology and policing and so forth and so have you. Last night to my left, this is where we had the Independence Day celebration here to my left.
To your left here?
Yes. And it was a magnificent celebration. And so, yeah, people, all of the partying and all of that now. But, yes, we had a good grand time last night. Just last night.
Just last night.
Yes. Okay. And so, yeah. We're also going to be coming back to the fish fry a little later.
Oh, great.
This is the fish fry here to my right.
This is the fish fry.
Fish fry is an area that has about 25 local restaurants, all serving the best in native Bahamian cuisine at inexpensive and reasonable prices.
All right.
Okay?
Recommendation?
Well, I would recommend either Twin Brothers or Goldie's. Those would be my two favorite. Okay? Oh, yes. Now we're heading into the western part of the island. By the way, the island is very small. It's only 21 miles long and 7 miles wide. And it's a very nice place to live. I cannot trade it in. Cannot trade it in if you were to ask me, Jermaine, if you could have moved away and lived someplace else, would you? My answer would be simply no. Yes. We live a good quality of life here. The Bahamas has the third highest GDP in the region, next to the United States and Canada, which allow us to live a good quality of life and standard of living. Also to my right, you see these white walls here to my right. Everybody who live behind these walls, they work inside the U.S. Embassy downtown Nassau. This is where the U.S. government provides housing for their local staff who work at the embassy.
That's the embassy, all right.
No. The embassy is downtown. That is the housing for the staff.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, also, you see that building to my right that looks like a spaceship? That is a $5 million underwater observatory. You can go into the structure and descend some 20 feet below sea level. Thereby, you can get a pretty good view of the tropical fish and the coral reef that exists on our beautiful beaches. Also, on a Little Keys, a 100-bedroom hotel, currently under renovation and expansions. All right. We also have some of the American fast food eateries as well. So our cultures, yes, being contaminated by other cultures from outside.
I should say.
Oh, yes. You know, our proximity, we are so close to the United States. So a lot of things will eventually be here in the Bahamas as well. You know?
It's here.
It is. I would like to let you have a look at one of our public beaches here. I'm going to pull in here so you can have a good look at one of our small public beaches here. And this is known as Sanders Beach. It's a very popular beach area here to my right.
How much is your gas prices right here?
We pay like $5.80 on a gallon of gas. At this time, it's very high.
That's beautiful.
Brendan Dars still stay all day now. You have to watch those hasty girls in water. They got a park too. And the playground is nice. And it's a public.
And it's the public beaches.
Hit the playground right there.
Nice. Oh, that was so nice in that one.
I'm going to park right here.
Top, the little one. The one, not the little one. The big one on the top.
Why is it so?
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I am. Take pictures of people.
I think you did. Sometimes you just
Well, I was doing kind of doing slope up here,
yeah.
and I was, but I think, and I said,
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
The Bahamians was black Bahamians or Bahamians of color was trying to get into politics. And we had a gentleman who was elevated to a governor general. His name is Sir Clifford Darling. And when he was first elected to the House, I think that if I can remember clearly, he was giving his story the other day. I think it was either in the 50s or in the early 60s. He was elected to the House as a member of Parliament.
Yeah.
And he said himself, even after being elected to the House, he went to go to a particular restaurant downtown and was not allowed in. And was not allowed in. Yeah. So we had the same situation, just like the things that Reverend Martin Luther King fought for.
Yes. Yeah.
That movement coexisted with what was going on here in the Bahamas at the same time. Martin Luther King been to the Bahamas quite a number of times. And he met with Sir Lyndon Pinnon, who eventually became the first Bahamian Prime Minister. Yes, he been here quite a number of times. And him and Sir Lyndon had a personal relationship. Oh yes. So the civil rights movement in the United States corresponded with what was going on in this country at the same time. At the same exact time. Oh yeah. So out of all the restaurants that we have, I would recommend Twin Brothers at this time.
That's where we have the fish fry.
Yes, ma'am. Now,
all right.
And that's a carnival, yeah.
Yep, we have quite a number of shifts that calls on port here.
Yeah.
On Fridays every week.
Okay.
Yeah. We have the government of the Bahamas recently dredged the harbor.
Yeah.
Where we sometimes now can, welcome some of the largest cruise ships. We have the largest cruise ship afloat now.
Oh.
Calls on port here every Friday, which is known as the Allure of the Seas, and the sister ship, which is the Oasis of the Seas.
Oh, the Oasis.
Both cruise ships come here now. All right.
That is.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's where that
in the Bahamas, we have 3 different standards of living. We have the rich, the middle class, and the poor. The good thing is, the rich and the poor are in the minorities. But the majority of Bahamians are middle class.
Middle class, all right.
You can use American currency too. But we have our own Bahamian currency. The Bahamian currency and the American currency has the same value.
Oh, same that. Okay.
$1 American is equivalent to $1 Bahamian. So you don't have to worry about no exchange rate while vacationing. We also have these homes here on the beachfront. A lot of these homes, they are owned by a combination of Bahamians and foreigners. People who work in money-making professions like doctors and lawyers, bank managers, politicians, accountants, people with money, so to speak. So definitely no taxi drivers live on the beach.
Oh,
yes. Right?
No taxi drivers.
Oh, yes. And so, a lot of the wealthy Bahamians, the well-off Bahamians, they live close to the beachfront here in Nassau. But during times of hurricane, because this is a tropical climate, we are sometimes bothered by very powerful hurricanes. A lot of these homeowners have to evacuate. And, hurricane season starts the 1st of June and it ends on the 30th day of November.
Oh, November.
But our homes are built like bunkers, to be honest with you. They have, they are built to withstand gale force winds at 160 miles an hour, which will be like a Category 4 hurricane. So they can withstand those homes. The homes do not have basements.
Oh, they,
but they are built to withstand hurricane forcements. All right.
they do not have basements.
No, they don't have
Okay,
basements.
yeah,
no.
I can see why.
Oh yes. Oh yes. But they are built with steels and hurricane rafters and so forth.
All right.
All right. We're gonna take a left. We're gonna go on to Coral Drive. These palm trees you see along here to my
Yeah.
left, we call those royal palm trees. We have two different types of palm trees, quite a number of different types
Yeah.
actually. We also have coconut palms.
Yeah.
We have two types of coconut trees. We have the green coconut tree and the gold coconut tree. The gold coconut tree produce the hard coconuts where we make coconut tarts and coconut cakes from.
Oh, okay.
The green coconut tree produce, the green coconut tree produce the hard coconut. The gold coconut produce the jelly coconuts, which is more softer texture. It's more like a jelly,
Yeah.
but it's very delicious.
Very good.
And all of the coconuts have water, most of them.
Okay. Boy.
And all of them are extremely sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's really good. All right. We have the upper middle class here. Some of these homes in this area, they valued at about 500,000, 400,000.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but middle class.
Some of these homes. In terms of our taxation system is a little different from your own in America. We don't pay the income tax, the state tax, the value-added tax.
Oh, boy.
However, this government now is just talking about value-added tax.
Yeah.
It's causing a lot of division in the country.
I bet.
A lot of people are dissenting to the fact that the government wants to implement value-added tax at such a difficult time in the economy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very difficult time at this time, but the government has to raise the revenue. And so, you know, governments come and governments go. Government spend, government borrows.
And government pays.
So the government has to pay the loans.
That's very true.
You see what I'm saying? So the government has to create policy to be able to pay the loans.
And that is true.
Oh yes. But we live in a beautiful country, and I can tell you,
You do.
I'm a very patriotic Bahamian.
All right.
I love my country. I know that, you know, it's not the best country in the world. It's better than plenty other countries.
You can say that.
One of the things that I appreciate about this country is the fact that in the Bahamas, we have a very stable democracy.
All right.
The democratic process is stable.
It's stable.
Take, for instance, you go to some countries of the world, during a general elections, there are more violence and fighting and crime and killing. The opposition killing one set, the governing party killing one set. All kind of chaos. That don't happen in the Bahamas. During a general elections, the political process is a very smooth process. And that's one of the things I like. You can have I watched in this country, they have two political parties rallying on one road. Their campaign rallies on one street. The governing party is up the street, the opposition party is down this way.
Okay.
And representatives of the party passing each other. No violence.
No violence.
No violence whatsoever.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? A transition from one government to the next is a very smooth transition. All right? So that's one of the things I appreciate about the Bahamas. It's the fact that the democratic process is a smooth process. And I pray that we will maintain that as we develop as a country. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello, how you doing? I on the tour, why? Yeah, I can touch base with you this morning when I finish. I should be there for like around 1 o'clock. I don't know if you could be there. Alright then. Alright then. Okay. Sorry about that.
Listen, it's fine.
Thank you, sir. We're going to take a left onto Sanford Drive.
What drive is it?
Sanford Drive,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You have these beautiful broad poinsettia trees.
Yeah.
These beautiful flowers here to my right.
Wow.
And, yeah. And, you know, we grow like guavas. We grow, I don't know if you ever saw a banana tree.
Yes, yes, yes.
You live in a tropical climate?
harsh. So we have banana trees, but not tropical. The winter will come and kill them, but they'll come back.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you see a banana tree?
Yes, we see it, yes.
You ever saw a cane tree? Sugar cane?
Yeah.
Yes, I have them.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, yes. So we have all the different tropical plants and flowers. Okay.
I saw that door back there was decorated, though. Does it mean something special? One of the houses.
Some people don't take down their Christmas decorations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some people just leave them up till Christmas. I can be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
And that same house, I get that question from that same house a lot. So I know of which you speak.
Okay.
Yes,
What
yes.
happened there?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people in Jersey do that.
Christmas all year round.
That's right.
All right.
They leave them on, and then they just turn them on next Christmas.
Oh, yes. We're now driving on a newly constructed road.
Oh,
Yes. But the majority of the homes in the Bahamas, like the everyday people,
yeah.
they live in homes like these ones over here to my left,
Okay.
constructed like these ones here to my left. These are low-cost homes constructed
All right.
through a housing company known as Arawak Homes here to my left. Oh, yeah. Now we are approaching John F. Kennedy Drive. This street was named after the late President John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
President Kennedy visited the Bahamas in 1962 to attend the Summits of the Americas meeting with the British and the Canadian Prime Ministers here in Nassau. President Kennedy was assassinated, I think, in 1963.
Yes.
But he would have been the only president to visit the Bahamas
Oh,
during his term in office. All right?
yeah.
During his term in office to visit the Bahamas. Okay?
Okay.
And so, yeah. And that's why this road was named after him.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Well, so let me ask you, you all are from different parts of the country? Or you all from the same area?
No, we have some northerners.
Oh, so from different parts, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then. Oh, yes. Yeah, but yeah, it's a very peaceful place. And, you know, I really love living here in the Bahamas. We also have the police training college here. To my right, in order for one to become a full-fledged police officer, they have to go through 8 weeks of vigorous training here
Very good.
at the police training college.
All right. Training.
Okay.
Yes.
We also have the passport office here to my left.
Passport officer. Okay.
We also have to my right, we have the Ministry of Education here to my right. We also have one of our gas station companies, it's Rubus.
Rubus.
$5.80 a gallon.
Oh.
Would you say that's that cheap? Did you say that cheap?
Oh,
okay.
Murder.
Okay. Oh, yes. They trying to kill us here in the Bahamas with gas prices. Gas prices are so high. It goes up more than it comes down.
Come down.
To my right, we have the National Sports Stadium of the Bahamas.
Beautiful.
And this is where we have all of our sporting events. We have the track and the Olympic-sized track stadium there. We have some of the best athletes, by the way. Let me tell you something. The Bahamas is only a country of 358,000 people. But when we go to Olympics,
yes.
we are well represented as a very small country. We do better than big countries like India. India don't get no medal sometimes.
No.
You understand? We winning gold medal and thing, and they can't win no medal.
No, they can't.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it. So we do very well in our track, and I'm so proud of our Bahamian athletes. And the government is trying their best to assist them and to promote them and to make them love their country, you know?
Their country, yeah.
Oh, yes. Now, to my left, we have the Clarence A. Bean building. This is where I have to come every year to get my driver's license.
Oh, okay.
My public service license enabling me to drive a taxi.
Alright.
I have to get this bus license every year.
Every year.
$608 to get this license. Every year. My private motor vehicles license, I have to pay $20 a year for that. The taxi license, the badge enabling me to drive this taxi, I have to pay $40 for that one. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know. But I know your driver's license, you pay what, $10 a year?
Yeah.
Or you get it for 5 years or 10
Get it
years?
for 5 years.
And you pay like what, $20?
50, I think how much I paid.
50? Well, 50 is good.
No, 15.
$15
I
for
thought
10 years?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Wow, I take that any day. I pay $20 a year here. Boy, it's so expensive here.
A year.
A year. We also have the College of the Bahamas here to my right. Sometimes I might be trying to figure out what they do with all that money. So we have the College of the Bahamas here.
And yes, part of it over there.
And we have a
Blackbrook.
4-year college, 2-year college. There are courses for 4 years and 2 years.
Yeah.
We also have Wendy's and McDonald's here to my left.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
No, please.
So you don't have to. You don't need to eat at Wendy's here.
No.
All right.
Oh,
We
yeah.
also have Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, please.
Well, I prefer Krispy Kreme, but in New Jersey, we don't have Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I like Krispy Kreme too. We have one in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we just passed an almond tree. I would have liked to show you
An
that.
almond. An
Just
almond.
almond tree, just like the same tree that what you see, the almonds you purchase in the food store. They grow on trees just like those. Now, you see these trees in this circle here?
Yeah.
These are known as touch palm trees.
What kind?
The ones in the middle,
Yeah.
the bigger ones,
Yeah.
we call those touch palm.
All right.
Touch palm
Touch
tree.
palm. A different color green.
Now, you can always tell when Father's Day is either close or just passed. This is what they sell for Father's Day, crab.
Crab.
Oh, I would love to have some.
That's what they sell.
Man, they're good too.
Now, when it's Mother's Day, they have shops all across the street on both sides. When it's Mother's Day, shops all around here. But when it's Father's Day, this is what they sell.
Yeah.
Crab.
Wow.
And I often try to figure out why that is.
Wow.
Oh, yes. The people them love their mothers. People them love their mothers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, this street is known as Nassau Street.
Nassau Street.
Oh, yes. We have Christie Park here. It's a very popular park. And, oh, yeah.
And they have good sales for the crabs, the live crabs.
Yes, sir.
They
What
will.
we do, we make crab soup. Let me tell you how it's done.
All right, I'm on
Me, when I cook in the last week I cooked pea soup and dumpling. We call it pea soup and split pea soup. Soup
Yeah.
with dumpling.
The dumpling.
You ever heard about dumpling soup?
No, but I've heard of the split pea and the,
Okay, well, how we do crab soup?
okay.
Those same crab what you see now,
Yeah.
we take them, we clean them up. That's after we didn't kill them.
Yeah.
We clean them up, and then we take out the fat and put a little bit in the soup. I would have my pot on boiling down some meat, some salt pork,
Yeah.
some maybe some turkey,
Yeah.
some other a sauce of meats and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll be boiling that down
Yeah.
along with the crab, right? And everything boil down at the same time. And then I do some dumpling soup, cut up my herbs,
Yeah.
do some dumpling soup. That's me and him, we grew up together, man.
Oh, okay.
No, see, just like how you have the rich areas, the middle class, we have the poor area too.
All right.
This area is called Beantown.
Okay.
A gentleman by the name of Mr. Bean had once owned the majority of properties in this area.
Yeah.
This would be like our ghetto area.
Yeah.
All right. And he had made it available for those persons who wasn't able to pay the full price of the property to pay every week or every month until the completion of the payments.
Yeah.
And that's why this area is known as Bean Town. Okay? And this is considered to be one of our ghetto area.
Okay.
Mr. Bean purchased this area in the early 1945 around there, shortly after slavery was abolished.
Oh, okay.
And sold properties, cut up the properties in small allotments and sold them to mostly liberated African Bahamians.
Oh.
Those persons who wasn't able to pay the full price of the property paid every week or every month until the completion of the payments.
Yeah.
All right, and that's why this area is known as Bean Town. Okay?
Okay.
So this would be like one of our ghetto areas here at this time.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, in the Bahamas, just like how you all have a problem with the Mexicans coming in over the border, we have a problem with Haitians coming in our country.
Oh.
When we sleeping 3 o'clock in the morning, they coming in the Bahamas illegally.
Oh, come on.
All right? Oh, yes. So we have a large influx of Haitians coming in to the Bahamas every other day. And the government tries its best to keep the Haitians out. You see this tree here? To my left?
Yeah,
we call those soursop tree.
Oh.
Soursop. You see the fruit on it?
Yeah.
That is known as soursop. That's like a particular type of fruit.
Yeah.
And it's so delicious.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
That sound.
Oh, yes. That's a soursop tree.
Okay.
It's like a white tree, white fruit inside. When you break it open, it has some white, black seeds.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very delicious. Very delicious. All right. Okay. This is Ruperdine Lane. We also have an avocado tree. You ever saw avocados? To my left, that is an avocado tree right there to my left.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. This would be, yes. This is a mango tree.
It's a mango.
Yeah. Don't have no fruits on it. And we have a banana tree. This is a banana tree right here to my left. Oh, yes. All right, we're going to take a left. We're going to go on to West Street.
Well, we've seen the rich part.
Pardon me?
We've seen the rich area and we've seen the other area.
That's right. So we have them all. We have a mixture of rich, middle class, and poor.
I appreciate
You see what I'm saying?
it all. Yeah.
And you know, I just want you to see the
And I'm
different,
glad, yes.
the different parts of the island. Oh yes. So we're gonna be taking a left onto Hospital Lane.
Right. They're putting up their banners for them.
Independence already gone, and they still putting up their banners.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you how patriotic the Bahamian people are.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
It's a very nice place to live. We enjoy a good quality of life here in this country. Oh yes. And I always believe that the race is not to the swift, but the one that endures to the end.
Yes.
And so therefore, you know, as long as we can continue to work together with each other, to support each other, we will succeed, as a country. Yes. Yeah, we came out 300 years of slavery. An additional, I'd say, 100 years of segregation. We had segregated schools, segregated churches. I remember a story I read in one of the books I purchased here, where I think it was in the 1940s. This pastor was invited in to preach to an all-white church. And apparently at the time, the people didn't know the pastor would have been a black man coming in from another Caribbean country. When, unfortunately, when he came here to preach at that church, all the members get up and walked out.
Oh, they?
Every last one of them. Did anyone listen to him? Yeah, this is the area that we came from. Oh, yeah.
That would have happened.
Now, this is the oldest Baptist church in the country. This is known as Bethel Baptist Church. This church was started by an American slave. His name is Prince William Sale he escaped the ravages of slavery in America and sailed here to the Bahamas and started this church right here to my right. 1790.
1790.
Yes, sir. Bethel Baptist Church wasn't always that size.
Yeah.
But after many years of renovations and expansions, that is the current Bethel Baptist Church today. As a result of a split in Bethel Baptist Church many years ago, this church, however, to my left came about. And this is known as the St. John's Native Baptist Cathedral.
All right.
This church opened up its doors for public worship on the 6th day of March, 1835. This church was also started by Prince William Sale.
All right.
So after they had a division in Bethel, he left there and came here and started St. John's Native Baptist Cathedral. We also have, to my right, we have the Ministry of Health, right here to my right. This is where the Minister of Health has his office. The name of the current Minister of Health, his name is the Right Honorable Dr. Perry Gomez. Healthcare is a very essential part of our development. In 2006, a bill was introduced and passed through both of our houses of parliament, which is known as the National Health Insurance Bill. This bill was to provide health care for all Bahamians. All right? Those persons who are in need of catastrophic surgery, they will be assisted, they will be covered, and once they get sick, they will be assisted by the healthcare institutions that we have. All right? And so everybody is praising Obama for the healthcare. But every country in the world now is trying to provide healthcare.
All right. And get
for their citizens. Every last one. Every last country is trying to provide healthcare
giving
for their
our
citizens.
president one heck of a run.
Yeah. But that's a different topic.
That's a different,
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Only one set of people supposed to be entitled to it, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I will remember that one.
And it's not us.
No, it's not right. That's very true.
We're going to take a left. On to West Bay Street. Now we're going to check out the fish fry.
All right.
I showed you all the different inner city areas. I mean, I can't take you where I live. Where I live is to the far end, far south of the island. All right, I live in a very small home, which is 950 square foot. Very small. I can't even turn around in there.
Oh, please, we know better than that. We know better. We know better.
Oh, yes.
So we'll just go along with you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
But we know better.
Oh, yeah. And so, yeah, man. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's what they're all saying.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, today's a public holiday, so there's not much traffic on our streets. Okay. So yeah, so what I was explaining to you earlier, I was explaining to you that we came from 300 years slavery, and then an additional 100 years of segregation. Black Bahamians was not allowed on Bay Street.
On Bay Street, period.
Yeah. That used to be the case.
Yeah.
People of my complexion was not allowed
on Bay Street.
Yeah, I often listen to a story of a gentleman